Hey guys, I'm here this morning, getting ready to start a day. Sun's starting to come up outside. I'm sitting next to my little Pixar lamp here. It's really good to actually read with, but I tried to look at the way it was on the video, and it's like wah, like it's a little bright. So we're gonna keep that off right now. So, in any case, good morning, and welcome to day 2 of Could This Get Any Weirder? And so far, what I saw yesterday when I was watching people kind of, post their lives onto social media, is I saw a lot of people kind of going like, I ate all of my coronavirus snacks in one day. And so people kind of going into like, oh, this is like for real for a long time kind of mode. So in any case, I was thinking about one of the verses from Pastor Ben's sermon this last Sunday in the book of Galatians. Right after it's talking about like the what you sow you reap thing is, Paul said, "Do not grow weary of doing good." And I thought, it made me wonder, what does it mean to actually get weary doing good? Like, how does a person get tired of doing the right thing? And then I realized that, if you're doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, you're going to get tired real quick. And it starts off being a good reason at first, doing the right thing, because it makes you feel good. But you still accomplish doing the right thing, though. But the problem is that feeling doesn't last. The feeling eventually goes away, and if you eventually are left with this whole doing a good thing was fun for a minute, but I'm kind of gonna focus back on me again. And so, the doing good eventually, if it started in a selfish way, goes back to being selfish again. But if you're doing good because God told you to do a good thing, it actually lasts. And it also is not one of those things that you continuously do over and over again. See, I'm in my workout clothes here. I'm about to go into my garage and start trying to build some strength. And you're not always exercising when you're growing stronger. Sometimes you do the hard work, and sometimes you sort of just hurt for the rest of the day while your muscles go like, oh, I hate this, but I'm getting stronger. And it's the same thing when Paul tells us don't grow weary with doing good. Sometimes we need to rest from the doing good so we are stronger to do more good. But it's all about what's your focus, what's your reason, what your motivation is. If you're there for yourself, if you're there for the feeling, you'll do it once or twice. It's just like when you're doing exercise, wow, I want to grow muscles, but you're not really in for the endurance of what that's going to take. You'll exercise 2-3 times and be like, wow, why would anybody do that more? And you'll stop doing exercise. But if you're there because you understand it's a process and it takes time and every single exercise counts, you'll be there for the long haul. It's the same with not growing weary of doing good, because you do everything you need to do in its time. And you don't do it because of the way it makes you feel. You don't do it so that you can be defined as a person who does good. You do it because you are trying to do good because God told you to do so, and we are looking to obey him. When Jesus said, if you love me, follow my commandments, we do this out of our love for him. We exercise our love for God by being obedient and doing the right thing. And sometimes that means also not doing something. It means that letting him be in charge of when you do something, when you don't do something. If you look at Paul, he actually wanted to go visit a couple of the churches he helped planted, and the Holy Spirit stopped him before he could go. He said, the Holy Spirit prevented me from going, which is one of those things where if you say, I'm going to do this good thing, and I'm going to go do a good thing because, I feel like doing a good thing, then you're just going to go do it. But if you say, I'm going to do what God says do, I think this is the right way to go. But if he clarifies, you obey him and you keep doing the good thing. That's how we don't grow weary doing good. That's how we build endurance and strength doing good. And I want to offer you a couple of challenges this morning. One challenge I want to offer you is I want you to spend some time praying today. But because most of us are like, yes, okay, dear God, good things, amen. It's like we don't have the discipline for actually praying. So what I want to encourage you to do is to spend time stretching your physical muscles. And that means, like, stand straight up, reach down, and touch your toes. Count to 10 and touch your toes. Reach your hands up over your head and count to 10, stretching your arms out. Most of y'all who have been through PE classes know the basic stretches they take you through. It'd take you 5 minutes to knock them out if you're in a hurry. While you're doing that, what I want you to try to do is each time you stretch a new muscle, I want you to pray for a new person. Maybe for one of the prayers, you thank God for the strength that someone has expended on your behalf. When you're stretching another muscle, ask God how he wants you to use your strength today. And thank him for expending his strength and the resources of heaven that you might know him. Go through that whole thing. 5 minutes of stretching. First of all, it's going to relax your body. It's going to make you a little bit more ready to go. It's going to take some of the stress out of your day, but it's also going to bring you closer to him. Just 5 minutes today. Challenge number 2. I want you to find something you can do for someone else and do it so that they don't know you have done it. Students, please try and find something in the house that you can clean, but leave no trace behind to prove that you did it. Like, if I want Desiree to know I have washed the dishes, I will leave a clean dish on the countertop so that she recognizes, oh, he did the dishes. I love him more. But if I really want to leave no trace behind, leave no dishes unsorted. I understand what that means is you might end up playing hide the spatula. That's the game we play in my house because I still don't really know where the spatula goes, so I just make up places for it to live. The microwave is definitely not where the spatula goes. I know that much. But put everything away. Or vacuum your house when your folks aren't home. Learn how to do your laundry and do your laundry completely so that when your parents come back into the room, they're like, oh, wow, there's this thing I was going to do, but I can't quite remember what it was. Do something without seeking thanks for it. Just do a good thing. All right. We'll talk with you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.